into the mid lane, which he did in the previous time he played this hero, or maybe he wants to get a better matchup. We'll just wait and see. There's a lot to be decided here in this laning phase.
Yeah, I just don't think TNC have any way to like shuffle these lanes to put something all that good against the Broodmother. So maybe they'll be able to gank it a little bit. Maybe the Witch Doctor and the Earth Spirit can just dedicate a bunch of time to trying to camp out the mid lane, but I think that's quite easily dealt with by just one of the Fnatic supports maybe lurking nearby. Oh, Abed is going to be doing the same move that we saw yesterday. That was TNC doing it against Mineski, right? It was Tim's hiding down there, breaking the smoke. Same thing going to be happening this time.
I think once they rolled over here with the Earth Spirit, and they were like, okay, that he was probably down where we were previously. It makes sense. So they'll have to back up. There's nothing they can do. They'll try to contest and drop a ward down aggressively, try to get on this rune. But for now, I think it's just good. I would assume you have Envy grabbing both bottom, and it looks like they'll give Armel both in the top. They're even up there as well. Maybe he'll grab one. We'll see how this shapes up, though. Some good vision coming out at the very least for the Dire with that smoke. That's the one thing that you can count on for TNCs. They've got the good vision to start this game off with.
Yeah, both teams with kind of similar priorities in terms of their warding. I actually really like the two Fnatic wards because the only way that this Broodmother dies mid is if both of the supports kind of rotate on her. And maybe just the Earth Spirit if they pull it off in the right way, but both of their wards are very much dedicated to giving Brood vision over the supports, and with that, Abed's going to know exactly how aggressively he needs to play in the lane. And the nice thing that we've seen as well is that if Brood is getting ganked potentially, she just retreats into the jungle and farms some neutrals. You don't really get pressured out of the lane mid the same way that other mid heroes do when the supports are missing as a Brood.
And I think the big thing last time around, he was farming these like triangle camps over here aggressively.
Yeah.
That was really interesting. The fact that he obviously needed a little bit of experience and levels to get to that point. Have good spawn Spider-Man levels and stuff like that. Hold that thought, DJ. They will miss the roll. Universe comes out with a purification, and Pylite Eye has rotated out of the mid lane, not really helping Abed anymore. And besides, they need help in the top lane. It's going to be a try versus try for now. This, of course, will leave MD and SamH, which is, by the way, SamH Night Stalker bottom lane.
Hey, I don't know why they picked Night Stalker here. I guess they just couldn't figure out another hero for SamH. I think his Batrider got last banned. The Batrider would have been a great pick to have against the Brood, but unfortunately not going to get that option. And SamH not destined to lane very well against this Razor, so they can easily just have the supports rotate away. Fnatic can get two advantageous 1v1s and keep the supports stuck up here. Abed is taking some harassment mid lane. He's actually a little bit behind in terms of CS, but I think as soon as the levels start to build up, that's where he's going to get scary.
Get a Soul Ring early on into the game, and things start swinging back in your favor. Tim's is just going to go for runes. He's not going to really stay top. Raven will be on his own for a bit, as they're also getting some runes for Cuckoo too, so just prioritizing the bounties at this point. This bottom lane should be, I would say, probably pretty good for Envy, considering the matchup he's in. He has level 2 static link against the Night Stalker, who's a melee hero. He's also got boots to work with, so good luck to SamH in the bottom lane. I wish you well. It's going to be rough.
Yeah, so Tim's is going to come down here. He's going to try and force support attention back to bottom by putting a little bit of pressure on Envy, and he's going to be successful. Pies down here now.
The roll will hit, the Void will too, but again, there's Pylite Eye. The double Earth Spike. I'll just put some harass back on SamH with the static link. SamH going to lose about 60 some odd damage here, 59. And Tim's will back himself away as well. They need to be a little careful. So actually now, this is going to, Universe with two heroes in the top lane, he can get some decent pressure onto the enemy carry. Envy should be fine with Pylite Eye bottom. The only thing is that Abed might not get the most farm, but again, that will come with levels. So this is, I think, all things considered, a pretty good laning phase for Fnatic.
Yeah, going all right, but the Death Prophet is actually really holding her own against the Broodmother mid lane so far. A bit of her CS is inflated because of the spiders, but I mean, they're also pretty valuable, so Abed is losing a decent number of them and just getting harassed down by the auto attacks from the DP at the same time.
It's still early, and TNC, while they're not getting the most out of bottom and top, they have nighttime coming here in about 30 seconds or so. Very important. I don't know if he's going to roam around and give bottom lane to Tim's. He's only level 3 at this point, which awfully not that bad because Universe, of course, is also level 3. But again, he has another hero in this lane. But yeah, you're right about Armel, though. He's actually doing a pretty good job keeping pace, at least for now. But there is a giant wave of Spiderlings, whatever you want to call it, brood of Spiderlings here for the Broodmother, actually putting some pressure onto Armel. He's already taking a bit of damage. But the Crypt Swarm makes it a lot easier in terms of him dealing with that particular brood of Spiderlings.
I'm not sure what's getting exposed here. I don't know if it's TNC getting exposed in the sense that they don't have a good answer to the Omni Knight, or if it's just PL that's maybe getting exposed a little bit for some of his weaknesses in the laning stage. But we're once again seeing Phantom Lancer just get annihilated by Omni Knight. They're going on envy bottom.
Yeah, he might be in trouble. He's got wand charges. Maledict coming in. This could be first blood. Cass comes out. Plasma field is there. The Earth Spike, and it will be. Cuckoo will draw first blood. Samage gets Earth Spike, but he's pretty tanky. Thanks to Tower for a couple of hits, plus Pilot Eyes auto attacks, but that will be, in fact, nighttime. First blood, perhaps. Second blood if they want to dive the tower, but that was a hefty bit of aggression that they will not keep going here. So Envy gets dropped down. Very good rotation from the force of...
Yeah, that was really nice. It's not, unfortunately, it's not going to get DJ off of Raven's case. It looks like he doesn't TP down. He's going to be sticking around up here. And TNC, what are they? All right, they're just coming back bottom, walking right past an observer ward, so they know exactly where Tim's is, and shouldn't really be caught out.
Yeah, it looks like Envy should be fine now. By the way, they went mid. They dropped a ward down. This will block the Ancient camp, which is pretty nice. But again, Abed likes to go for this kind of triangle of camps, so he doesn't necessarily need to use his own Ancient camps, I would say.
Yeah, I think part of why he set up over there was because he was playing against the Bristlebacks, so yeah, he might have a slight preference to stay on his side. I don't know if he can set up a network of webs that includes this medium camp as well, which might be a little bit more farm overall, but...
Nice hex. Static Link, Tim's Boulder Smash comes out. Plasma Field, one auto attack, not there in time. He actually gets it. Pilot Eye's range is pretty nuts. Now Envy getting turned on by Samage. A lot of damage. Maledict, he has wand charges. He will use them.
Body blocks?
Maledict and Pilot Eye with some sick body blocks will actually keep Envy alive here. So that was a pretty nice play. Gets Envy the kill and secures in the shrine usage as well.
DJ gonna snag the bounty run away from DJ. I mean, from Raven. Raven doppels to get
he got one.
The other
Good
one. Yeah, he got one.
There. But Raven's still clearly not having a great time in this top lane.
No. 17 CS, not doing amazingly. I mean, not too far behind his counterpart necessarily, but the Omni Knight doing very well. Gonna have his phase boots up pretty soon. At that point, he's gonna be even more intolerable to lane against.
Now, we talked about the Yule Scepter. What do you expect, or rather, Universe's first item to be on that Omni Knight? First big item anyway. Like, maybe a drum or something?
No, I think this is another...
Yule Scheme?
Yeah, probably another good Yule Scheme. Probably maybe drum Yules. He probably will end up getting the Yules. It's also not a terrible game to get a Lotus or something, but there's 3 silences. So you definitely need some way to deal with it. But so whether or not you go Greaves, this could even be a good Greaves game. Like, I know we don't necessarily see it that often, and he is going for phase boots, so looks like it's not going to be the call, but like a pair of Guardian Greaves would be pretty amazing. Too bad Mech just sucks, so nobody really...
Yeah, Mech's not in a great place.
No.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, maybe it'll get buffed. I think it only needs a minor buff to start seeing some play again. Dominator has just replaced it, I think, for a lot of offlaners.
Yeah. That is a pretty good item. We've seen it a lot. Darkseer, and when he does get picked up, which is pretty much never. Or it's like coming bottom lane, they're going to try to make it go into Envy. Cast come through as well. Maledict. Good Boulder Smash on it too, but a Hex stops Samage from going too much further. They don't have Static Link. They have the Avalanche. The slow from the Mana Drain's not going to be enough to toss onto Cuckoo. Earth Spike, that'll hit though. Plasma Field, and that will secure the kill. So the support's at the ready for Fnatic. DJ rotating in at the perfect time. And further aggression during nighttime has not really worked out. It's Night Stalker got the 1 assist earlier on, but that's going to be it for the first nighttime now.
Oh, Narmel getting run down on mid. The Spiders.
He's dead. Yes. Spiders will get the job done, and now Cuckoo needs to be careful. Look at the damage. If they had another weapon, they're going to actually put one down, and Abed gets the double kill. Oh, Broodmother. So damn strong at this point. Now a 2K lead for Fnatic, and he is doing pretty damn well all of a sudden.
You just see that little pile of health bars running towards you. It's like, oh no. what's going on? All right, well,
that's when you know you
Brood taking over mid. Omni taking over top. I mean, the Death Prophet has a ton of CS, but don't know if that is really going to end up mattering too much.
Yeah, he was doing quite well. I think it was ahead until he died in the net worth, or at least it was close. Treads drums for Armel to keep himself alive a little bit more. Abed, of course, going straight for Desolator after having that Medallion Soul Ring, plus the raindrops to work with, which makes sense. He's very close to his first Mythical Hammer. Then the Desolator will not be too far behind, and then he can start really pushing down towers. Raven again, I mean, just against Universe solo, is still having quite the rough time. Universe up to 3.8k net worth, and Raven, of course, at 2.6, and Universe will start putting some pressure on this tower. But yeah, he's got Drum in his quick buy, which you talked about. Probably Drum Mules would make a lot of sense, and I can see that happening for Fnatic.
Yeah, Envy appears to be just rushing a hood this game. I mean, it is like his favorite item, so not a huge surprise. It is pretty good on Razor. The sustain has certainly helped him in this lane. We've seen him get gone on a couple of times. It's a little while ago now, but I just wanted to, I guess it's not a huge play for a pro player, but I wanted to point out that Pilot Eye's Hex usage was perfect when Envy got gone on. Like, Witch Doctor had already used both of his spells, Earth Spirit had already rolled in and used his stun. So all they had left was Void on the Night Stalker, and Pi waited until the NS ran forward and got the Hex off, even though his Earth Spike was already on cooldown. That was the window that TNC were trying to use, but I think that just minor target selection kept Envy alive. Oof, Raven getting chunked.
He's not dead. He actually Phantom rushed very close to Universe. The Universe was kind of ready for it, but didn't quite have Purification off cooldown as he just used it. Still, that means Raven's going to have to look like he's going to head into the jungle. Maybe they go regen with the Shrine at some point in the near future. It's 10.5 minutes in TNC. They're looking like they've only got one kill. They don't really know what to do. How do you deal with Abed at this point? Maybe they'll smoke. Maybe they'll go for an Exorcism play. It looks like that's going to be the case with Tims and Cuckoo at the very least. But Abed is just... he's over here. He's farming this triangle camp yet again. And maybe they could try to find him here with a smoke from TNC.
It's so tough to play mid against Brood because you feel like you don't want to leave the lane because you're just instantly going to lose your tower. But at the same time, Brood is definitely out farming. Oh my god. Well, good boulder smash that keeps Cuckoo alive. He got off the web just in time.
Yeah, that web is a little bit further in, and that he's just dead, I'm pretty sure. So Cuckoo thinking his lucky stars, but that's the amount that you could do as a Witch Doctor in this game. You literally walk up half a foot too far, and you're just immediately destroyed by Spiderlings, which is not fun.
Brood's like maybe the only, I guess maybe Nature's Prophet a little bit as well, but you know, normally Paralyzing Cask pretty good against summons, but when there's just this many of them, it really doesn't do anything.
It's too much.
Yeah. This is so hard. The Brood is just creating so much space and so much pressure. It's keeping the Death Prophet from really playing her game. She can't get to this tier 1 at all. She's got a bunch of CS, but again, to what avail? Oh, all right, TP bottom.
Trying to go bottom. They actually have the Death Prophet coming in. This could be a big fight. They've got a good boulder smash and magnetize onto 2. There's the Finger of Death onto Tim. They might be able to turn this around. Absolutely not. Exorcism, Spirit Siphon, too much damage. Envy will fall. DJ's going to get dropped down. That's 3 dead. Abed is coming in. He's looking for revenge. Cuckoo dies instantly, and Armel might be next. They've got the huge repel into Abed, and they're looking for more Armel. Spirit Siphon done. The GA will come out. They really want these kills. They've got a double. Can they get the triple? Sam H is pretty fast. Abed has no web to work with anymore. He decides not to drop one down. Still looking for more. They get the tower, and that could have been amazing for TNC, getting those 3 kills, and then Abed comes in and cleans house yet again. Ooh.
All right, turns out that it is just better to... I was talking about whether or not he was gonna like take his neutral camps or just set up in the tri-camp area, but this is so good because he's denying it to the enemy team. He's got complete mobility between mid and bottom, and like TNC just can't even move through here. It's not even that they can't even farm in this area, but the 2 supports are like having to be really careful with how they maneuver around.
Tims and Cuckoo were like staring at Abed for half a second thinking, can we do anything about this? And then they just walked away, which kind of gives you the answer. The answer is no. They really can't.
Yeah. A little bit of a different build from Abed. This guy, I think in the previous game he went for an Orchid.
Orchid, yeah, it was Orchid first.
But I like this. I mean, the Orchid's not really going to do too much against the Death Prophet. She's definitely going to be buying a Yule's. I don't think you need the Orchid to kill the supports either, so I think this will be all right. Gonna be going for the Mask of Madness as well. There is quite a bit of physical damage on the TNC side, but I don't think he'll run into too many problems with the MOM. There's gonna be a bunch of spiders soaking the Exorcism as well. That's the other slightly concerning thing for Armel this game.
Yeah, I completely forget about that interaction, actually. Pretty big deal. A lot of damage is gone.
Yep. Raven just level 8, still playing a little bit of catch up. I mean, he's not too far behind Envy in terms of the overall CS, and pretty close in terms of net worth. Just going to be going for the Diffusal Blade build this game. Give himself as much early fight as they possibly can.
Abed does have a Soul Ring. Good cast. Death Ward coming out. He's just going to back up. The classic, and now Cuckoo might be dead. Good Voodoo Restoration and Stick Charges actually keeps him alive. It was very close for a moment there, but he did get it off in time. Meanwhile, toss back. They found Armel. They have Finger of Death ready to go. They need more damage, though. They're going to pop the Finger. Maybe not. Maybe they just need a Plasma Field, and that's it. And they will find it. Purification comes in a little too late for Universe to be of use, but I don't think they're too upset about it. They'll get the kill. Armel now down for 28 seconds or so. And again, it is a 5K lead for Fnatic at this point. Almost 6K.
Yep, and next batch of items is coming up soon. Envy is actually also going to be going for a Yule Scepter this game. Pretty nice offensively and defensively for the Razor. Gives him some more spam, keep the Plasma Field farm going, but it seems like they're just identifying that they really want to deal with these silences on the TNC side. The other thing is that he's probably not going to be getting too many repels this game, if I had to guess, given that the Broodmother is going for Mask of Madness. I think Abed is planning on being repelled in the majority of these fights. So Envy's gonna have to fend for himself, which is kind of the, I mean, that's Fnatic in a nutshell, right? Enable Abed as much as possible. Envy's definitely playing the more sacrificial carry role in this incarnation of the roster.
See it with the hood, you can see it with the Yule Scepter. It makes sense. Do as much as possible while surviving as much as possible. And Envy's doing a pretty great job. He's level 9. He's behind Armel in net worth, but I don't think they're too concerned about it. TNC are just trying to farm what's left of their jungle here on the top side, and that before they maybe lose too much control of it. The good news is they still have tier 2 towers alive to fall back on. The game is not over. Being 5K down against the Broodmother is certainly difficult, but they just need a couple of big kills. Get this Diffusal Blade up for Raven and go from there. But again, Fnatic are winning to keep going here.
Yeah, Raven's super behind, but I think this is a game that where the Phantom Lancer is going to be really scary in the later stages and pretty difficult for Fnatic to deal with. Their AoE clear is not that amazing. It's a super long way off, but I guess the AoE Hex talent from the Lion could be pretty backbreaking for the Phantom Lancer, but I mean, he's going to have to get level 25 for that. So this could still be a game that TNC make a bit of a comeback on the back of their Phantom Lancer, I think.
And the problem is just Abed is getting so far ahead. I mean, you talked about him having repel. He's even going to go for a BKB. They're going to try to find something, though. Armel, they've got the Yule Scepter. Abed pretty slow for a second there. He's going to get dropped down with the Yule Scepter. They've got the Rolling Boulder, the Boulder Smash. They might get this kill. Malza coming in. The Exorcism. They pop it. Cuckoo will still die to all these Spiderlings. They drop the Magnetize on the Lings, and they should get dropped. In fact, they will. It's going to be the Death Prophet that gets most of them. And now what can they do with this? That is a giant kill going the way of TNC, but can they take a tier 1 tower? Can they push into the mid lane? It looks like they're going to try at the very least to put some pressure on this mid lane tower.
They're going to have to be careful once this Exorcism is on cooldown. That's like pretty much all of their damage. Fnatic might just come and take the fight to them. Their initiation isn't necessarily amazing, but I'm definitely expecting them to try and get something done now that Exorcism's down.
So you kill Abed with Exorcism, but you can't really do much else with it. And now if you're Fnatic, you make it go. I mean, there's no Exorcism now. You probably feel a bit more confident.
Yeah, I think you try and go for sure. At least poke around, see what you can find. Go play in the enemy jungle. Don't really let them farm. Oh, Witch Doctor. Bye. Yeah,
see ya. This is a pretty rough game for Cuckoo, and I'm surprised he's only died 5 times considering. All right, it's not going to get any easier.
Oh, this is such a value sentry ward. There's actually another observer up the hill that they just haven't seen just yet.
There's a sentry down here to counter this sentry. Armel can go
that's
hit it,
true.
And he will.
Yeah, okay.
So they're lucky to not lose that second observer ward. Fnatic going to try to Rosh, and they're doing it rather quickly. Desolator and a Medallion, plus pretty good auto attack from all three of these heroes is going to make this a dead Roshan. Again, with no exorcism, it's the perfect time to do this. They will take Aegis. It's going to go for Abed as expected. And we'll go from there now for Fnatic. 18 minutes and 40 seconds. They're going to start getting aggressive. They do have to push up bottom, but in the next few minutes, I would imagine Fnatic want to get some of these outer towers taken down.
Why is nobody picking up this regen rune?
It's been there for like 3 minutes, or not 3 minutes. It's been there for a while, though. I'll just.
But it's
that.
like.
DJ? No. Nobody
Anyone?
needs it, I guess.
Hello?
Anybody?
It's
Abed
not like.
could use it.
Yeah, I thought he would grab it on the way out of the pit. He's only like half mana, and then he popped the clarity as well. Can they like not see it? Is it somehow bugged? Is it like stuck
It
under
looks
the
really
web?
weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like kind of dim. I don't know. Invisible regen rune?
Yeah, Legend of the Regen Rune. I'm sure they'll look back on it and be like, oh, there's a Regen Rune here. There was in fact bugs, but for now they're not going to worry about it. They're going to head to the tier 2 tower. This thing should fall. It didn't pop the drum charge. Although TNC are going to try to fight this. They'll TP in, and the Spiderlings, they'll get kill in the tower. They can't even get the deny off. The drum charge popped from CMH for nothing at this point. In the meantime, DJ is pushing. He has a Blink Dagger now. He's had it for a few minutes, I would say. And he is building into a Spirit Vessel, which he's not too far off of. So, big couple of moments.
All right. All right, Pi picked it up. There you go.
All right, good job. He's in there.
Yeah. So, the Blink Dagger is going to be... It's a really nice pickup for Fnatic. Their initiation was a little bit lacking before this point, so that's certainly going to help. Ooh, Cuckoo playing a dangerous game here. He actually runs into the sentry.
Very dangerous game. No, run. Get the hell out of there. Spawn Spiderlings. The Glimmer Cape keeps him alive.
I'm going to Glimmer Cape on the Earth Spirit. That's going to be helpful for sure. And Phantom Lancer keeps farming. He's still steadily moving up the net worth chart. Still a ways off his Manta style, but I still have some confidence in this Phantom Lancer this game, though they've got a hell of a storm to weather with Fnatic applying pressure. Though, I mean, TNC also coming in down bottom, putting on some good work onto this tier 2 tower.
Getting this tier 2 would be pretty nice. They lose their top tier 2, so DJ will push the wave in. TNC are going to back to smoke and try to make something happen in the mid lane, potentially. Abed again, he has the Aegis, so killing him twice, not going to be easy, but they're going to run right into him. They've got the Void, they've got the Sun from the Earth Spirit. They'll get the Aegis down. Do they back up? It looks like they will. Envy's trying to chase. Needs to be a little careful. He does have a Eul Scepter. Universe is ready to fight. He's got Repel, he's got GA, he's got Eul, so pop the drum charge. And TNC, knowing that they've kind of accomplished what they wanted to, they'll back themselves up and just defend top for now. So Aegis taken down. That's not a bad move for TNC.
Yeah, and not too much committed necessarily either. Fnatic going to be going for a smoke of their own. Oh, and they're pinging out this Armel Death Prophet. He's close-ish to the shrine. There are mass TPs available for TNC, but I just don't think he's going to get the opportunity to get any help here.
Gonna be pretty tough. Universe will run in, they'll Euls him. He has the Euls of his own if he can get it off, but the Air Spike comes in perfect in time. Purification does plenty of damage, and they blow him away with a Toss Avalanche combo. And Abed comes in, and now they can start pushing into this top tier 3 if they would like. No buyback on the Death Prophet. I've got it for about 45 seconds or so. And with no Aegis, maybe Fnatic want to be a little careful. I don't know how far they're going to go, but they would like to get this tier 3 tower if they could. Playing Boulder. Balance comes out. Abed's purified. Raven. Doppelganger down to the low ground. He's in trouble. He's going to get caught. The toss speed. Earth Spike rather starts things off. They have the Glimmer Cape. They want this kill. He is fine, though, for now. The Glimmer Cape actually, I believe, saves him. Plasma Field coming in, getting close, but he will be able to back up and heal. They will lose their tier 3 tower, which is the issue. Cuckoo, get back, run. Oh, my God, the Spartalings, they still can't catch him again. The web just ending a moment before they're able to get that kill. Abed's going to get silenced. Purification, they repel him coming in. They will keep going. They're going to press their luck. Maybe not. 3 seconds until the Death Prophet is up, and that will signal back for Fnatic for now. Gonna put a ward on the high ground, stay in the enemy jungle, and just take advantage of the map control that they have currently.
Yeah, that might take a second to go and claim that shrine, perhaps. Would be good to do so, at least before the next Roshan pops up. Try and exert a little bit more pressure around that area, but they're also just sitting around here so that TNC can't come and grab any of this farm. TNC hoping to find somebody over on the other side of the map. I think they may have spotted Envy on this dire obs, but Envy also going to be playing safe.
He's just going to head back behind his throne tower. They'll see the mud golem, the shard golem running back to its camp. Okay, he's been here. Where is he gone then? Probably across the side of the other side of the map. We'll see if we can't find him. They will. Eul Scepter might start things off. Armel gets there in time. They'll pop the drum. Do they want to exorcism? Boulder Smash misses. The sound's coming in. But again, that Eul's from Envy coming right out. And now Abed going to work on Armel. Needs to be careful. The static link. Good Glimmer Cape again. Abed trying to chase, but again, not on the web. This might be pretty good for Fnatic, but Armel is still getting linked up by Envy. They're going to try to take a lot of damage to take this fight. Good magnetize the death ward. They found Abed. Can they get this kill? They can. Dead for 70 seconds. The finger comes out. They will turn and get Raven instead. There's the GA, the purification going. Tims is in a little too deep. He's already used his magnetize. DJ getting chased down. The void now done. And here comes Envy from the side. He's going to get Exorcism down and drop potentially. The Eul Scepter keeping him up and ready to go, but not for long. The silence comes in. One more auto attack. They get the kill. They might find Universe as well. The Eul Scepter not up in time. 3 dead for Fnatic and TNC. All it takes is one turn, and they might be back in this game at the very least, getting this tier 1 tower, getting a couple of kills, kind of stopping the bleeding here, at least for a few minutes, Cameron.
Yeah, that was a really nice turnaround from TNC, and I think a bit of an overcommitment from the two Fnatic cores. They're like, oh, we're just chunking this Death Prophet, and then the Glimmer Cape came in, kept Armel alive completely. He got drained down to basically no damage, but who cares? The Exorcism's doing all the work for him. And Envy just couldn't really stand there and auto attack anybody. So that's a pretty big loss for Fnatic. They lose a bunch of gold, they lose the 10-second BKB charge on the Broodmother. Unfortunately for TNC, they do end up losing their Phantom Lancer, so Raven's situation doesn't really improve too much, and I think he's still their big late game hope, but yeah, still looking promising there.
He's getting closer and closer to his Manta style. I think the issue with the fight for Fnatic there was that there's a web just gone from this area where they could have killed Armel, you know, had there been a web in this vicinity. Abed could have chased him down, got a little bit more auto attack damage off on him, but that was one of the issues. But just a good call for a turn from TNC, just generally well played. The supports as well, especially Tim's doing a great job getting in there. The Glimmer Cape has been pretty significant, I would say, for the most part for TNC in these fights.
Yeah, it's been such a nice call from Tim's actually to pick up the Glimmer Cape first. And I was going to be going for a Force Staff as well, also going to be very helpful in the same kind of situations. Like we've been talking about, the catch from Fnatic is well, the catch in the lockdown from Fnatic is somewhat limited. It might improve a bit once Pi gets a blink, but he's going for the no blink build this game, just picking up an Aether Lens and going to be relying on the cast range to do the work for him.
Oh, Scepter could be a huge item for him if he gets to that point. It's going to be a little ways away, but he should be able to get there no problem. And in spite of that fight, it's still a 10k advantage for Fnatic, you know. Kind of just stymied for a bit, but it's going back up. And now there's going to be
oh my gosh,
a Radiance for Universe.
Yep, this is some Universe Dota. He's been quietly farming. The Radiance is going to be a huge nuisance for the Phantom Lancer. I don't think anybody else really cares about it that much. The damage is certainly annoying, but I think a lot of it is about mitigating against the PL a little bit later on. Yeah. I don't know, what else could he have gone for? I don't know if there's any incentive to really have picked up anything else. I mean, did talk a little bit about the Lotus Orb earlier. Could be a decent game to grab a Hex, but this is also just a nice farming item. So whatever he gets next will come just that little bit more quickly, courtesy of the Radiance.
Which, right now, he's got queued up a Shiva's Guard, and makes sense. Armor's going to be good this game, and they will move together, though, with the smoke, and as they have picked up an NV BKB, but he's not there. He's farming top lane. I'll try to fight without him for now. Can't find Armel instead. Manta is done for the PL. They have scanned that area, and they know that there's somebody over there, but they're not going to move into that direction. I think maybe TNC are playing together. And TNC, in fact, are going to use a smoke of their own at the shrine and run right into Fnatic. Universe, they might break the smoke with DJ. He's up on the high ground. This could be huge, but they're going to go wrap around the long way. They'll find the Spiderlings. They're waiting for somebody to come down to the low ground. But again, Fnatic are playing together. They'll drop some wards on the high ground here, and here we go. Huku will lead the way. Tims needs to be the one to initiate potentially. They might find Abed. Vision-wise, there's nothing really here. They'll see a couple. Heroes up onto the high ground. Abed's nearby. Universe might be the one that's going to get caught here. They have a silence if needed, but again, he's got that repel. He's got the Eul Scepter. BKB is popped from Armel. The extra symbol go. The static link coming out. The Spirit Siphon. The Glimmer Cape. They use it pretty early here. Envy's still draining the damage of Armel. They've got to run. Ghost Scepter will go for Cuckoo. They're trying to get out. Sam H now is the one caught in trouble. He's got no 4-step available. He'll get dropped down. Envy getting a little bit low. He's still, or actually, he's used his BKB already. The Spirit Siphon. Abed getting stunned up with the cast. They jump in onto Universe. Now the Magnetizers go. They pop the Finger of Death, and getting low is going to be Tim's. Now DJ comes in, combos him to death. There'll be a 3-for-0 so far for Fnatic. And Armel's, he's really just on his own at this point. Raven's going to try to back him up, but it looks like Fnatic are going to be able to take this for now. Armel's got the Spirit Vessel. Raven's trying to do whatever he can. Can they back up and keep their 2 cores alive? They've got the Silence on the Universe. The Eul Scepter's back up in 5 seconds.
Over.
DJ's going to come through. There's the Eul Scepter. Raven, Doppelganger away, trying to get out. Universe getting low, but he's got the Purification, and now the Static Link and Raven should fall. The toss up, the auto attack damage is there. Now they've got the Euls as well into Armel. He's in trouble getting caught down. They're going to buy back on Cuckoo. I'm not sure if it's going to keep him alive. Armel in trouble. They've got the cast coming through. Envy has the repel on him. The Earth Spike, the toss back. They will get the kill. A double for Universe. And now this will lead straight into Arax. The only kill going the way of TNC was, of course, Abed. I don't think they really care for Fnatic. They're going to finish this Rax off with perhaps even more, Cameron.
It was such a well-kited fight for Fnatic. Like, and then the Spirit Vessel heal on Envy as well. He retreated from the fight at like 10% after his BKB wore off, and then got topped completely off by all the sustain that they had, and he was able to go back in. And then once the Exorcism ran out, TNC just didn't have any damage left. It was looking really worrying because, again, they committed reasonably heavily onto the Death Prophet and didn't even come close to killing her off, but did a really good job of switching onto the softer targets after the Force Staff was used on Sam H, and then prolonging the fight until the Death Prophet wasn't relevant anymore.
God, I feel like Universe in these fights is just doing so much repel, purification, and his Radiance burning Eul Scepter. Like, how are you supposed to deal with that? How are you supposed to be able to kill any of these heroes? Abed, obviously, they were able to take down, but now he's got a Butterfly. Universe is having a heck of a game, let me tell you.
Yeah, they haven't been able to focus him down at all. I'm starting to wonder if they, TNC dealt with it really poorly in the lane, and their heroes overall seem to also be dealing with it not so well. The idea is there, right? They've got a bunch of these silences, and if they can just, I think the hope is that they can jam a silence onto the Omni Knight while focusing somebody else, but execution-wise, that's quite hard. And like we've said, Universe is both pretty tanky and has the Eul Scepter. I mean, in that fight, he even repelled himself as the fight broke out, just knowing that it's more important that he definitely gets a couple of purifications off, and maybe the repel is not as good on him as it might be on some of his other heroes, but if he can just keep himself alive, then he'll get to keep pumping purifications, and that's what we saw. That's what kept Envy alive that whole time.
This is an interesting decision. They went into Roche, then they smoked out of it, but the Spiderwings will see that there's nobody in there at this point. Fnatic seem to know something is up. They'll back up and kind of go across the river. They might catch Universe, but again, not the easiest target. They'll drop a ward. The cast will go, pops the BKB, and that is it. Time to back up for TNC. You don't want to fight into this now. You have to wait the BKB out. And honestly, they can still fight for Fnatic if they want to, even without the BKB from Universe. So that, they just needed a bit more of an instant disable, and they couldn't find it. And Universe was able to get off that Golden God status and going.
Oh, and TNC have to defend top, and they've got no shrine to TP to. Fnatic may have just opened up the path to a completely free Roshan just off of the back of the earlier lane of Rax that they've taken. TNC are going to come and try and contest. They leave some illusions behind.
It's not dead yet. They'll drop a ward down. They'll see a couple heroes on the outer edge. It's nighttime. They'll pop Darkness now. Void comes in. Roche still not dead. They'll pop the Dust. Boulder Smash misses on pretty much everybody. Earthspike onto 2. The Deathwolf will go. They need to get this kill onto Armel. He's so low. The Eul Scepter will keep him alive. They need Spirits left in BKB. The Static Link. He gets dropped down. And Cuckoo, he's going to get Euls up the air. Savage is going to be next. There's a double kill for Abed. A triple kill. There's going to be 3 alive at this point for TNC. They need to get out. Raven will use his Doppelganger. They bought back onto Armel. He still has the Exorcism. They're going to finish Roche though for Fnatic, and this will be another Aegis. And Cheese down for Fnatic. Tim is trying to go for a Boulder Smash play. Can't quite find it. They get all they need from Roche, and Fnatic will back themselves out of the pit. They'll look for more. Avalanche going, not connecting, just onto the illusions for now. Abed chasing after Raven. Good defusal charge coming in. They're still looking for the skill of the Eul Scepter. The Static Link is set up. They're waiting for the doppelganger. He'll try to phantom rush the universe, but now the spirit vessel is up. They will glimmer him. He will manta, but he will fall. They have the vision. They have the detection. They have more than enough to get the kill. He is dead for 72. They still have exorcism, but that is their last gasp at this point for TNC in game number 1, and I'm not even sure they can use it in time. Fnatic are running in. Raven says he regrets his decision. I don't blame him. This is more than likely going to be mega creeps at this point, and perhaps game 1 going to Fnatic here, Cameron.
Yeah, this has been a really convincing game from Fnatic. Armel still wants to fight.
Gotta try. Exorcism is going to be the
they can just kite it out, though.
Yeah.
Yep, nice exorcism, buddy. We'll see you in, well, you know, we'll see you in a little bit. We'll see you in 35 seconds.
First.
We'll be right back.
Be right back, chat wheel. That would have been perfect here. But no. The Orchid is picked up now for Abed. Just a tough fight for TNC. They've been kind of down the entire game, and then they try to take one last gasp at Roche, one last gasp at their tier 3 tower. Fnatic will back up in smoke and try to re-engage, maybe with line, finding some sort of initiation. DJ jumping with an avalanche toss combination could find something. The unstable current zaps the creep wave. Maybe they know. Thinks though. They are control pinging. Light blue says, hey, there might be some people here. And in fact, they were right. There's the Hex coming out. Good Ghost Scepter, but Earth Spike not going to connect. Maybe they back away. Trying to be a little careful. Again, there isn't any more exorcism available. The tier 3 bottom is really the objective at this point. If they can find kills, it's just as good. This ward's going to get countered. At least it should. They walk up. Maybe not. All right, they're going to back up.
I don't think Fnatic have any reason to be be overly cautious on this push. Like I was saying, exorcism's down. They have Aegis. They have cheese. Should be really no way to lose it.
Yeah, they're moving straight in. But will pop his ult. Mask of Madness, rather, he still has his ult up. Mask of Madness does go, though, and then take down the tier 3 tower. Armel zapped by the plasma field a little bit. Jump in, toss avalanche combo, toss back for Cuckoo. A good Ghost Scepter to keep him alive. The Earth Spike misses again, actually, and that'll keep him safe. Webs aplenty in this space. Abed's going to get repelled. He still has his own BKB and the Aegis to work with. There's not really anything they can do. They have the glyph rolling in. Boulder's bench. They might get the Aegis here, and they will. That's a lot of damage being dealt with a Death Ward. DJ toss now trying to do some more. Armel is going to push Envy back. In the meantime, Universe pops his BKB. Wanted to make sure Abed is safe. He's going to try to finish his racks off. The glyph will go. They repel him again. They'll back up for now. TNC, they're trying to find Envy, getting a little bit low. He needs to be careful. He's got the cheese, though. He pops it immediately, and he's going to go back into fighting. Cuckoo, good Ghost Scepter again. They also pick Glimmer Cape off in time. Boulder smashes there. And they might find Abed. GA comes out, though. He pops the Insatiable Hunger, almost getting one kill onto Armel. They've already dropped Cuckoo down. They will get the Hex off. Armel will get fingered to death, and that is, of course, going to be him down for 90 seconds. That'll be Megas. That will be game. Fnatic playing so well, and the Brood pick works out perfectly. Fnatic rolling into game number 2.
Yeah, Fnatic looked really good. I don't even really know what to say about this game. I feel like TNC just kind of lost all of their lanes, and even though the Death Prophet got decent farm, I feel like Armel probably still feels like he lost the lane because his tier 1 tower got taken. He got stuck mid for a really long time, wasn't really able to do too much with the exorcism or his farm early on, and then just kind of got out farmed by the Broodmother. To me, one of the things that doesn't need to change that much, but that stands out, is that they pick the Witch Doctor, and I think Witch Doctor, compared to other supports, you have a much stronger early laning phase, but then your mid to late game contribution can be a little bit less than, say, somebody like a Lion. So if you're picking it to try and keep a lockdown on your safe lane, but from what we saw in TNC this game, they just weren't really able to do that. Like, if you want a ganking support, there are better ganking supports. If you want a teamfight support, there are better teamfighting supports. There aren't that many better laning supports than Witch Doctor, but if you're still just going to lose the lane and completely abandon it to the Omni Knight, then I think TNC need to take a little bit of a look at how they're approaching their draft, because this is such a solid draft from Fnatic. They've had some shaky ones in this event, but this one was really, really good.